This here is from the Daily Beast. Whoopi Goldberg forced to stop View hosts fighting over Kamala Harris' loss from November 7th, 2024. I don't cover them much, so let's see what they're all about. Whoopi Goldberg had to interrupt what was turning into a screaming match between two of her View co-hosts on Thursday as they discussed the forces behind Donald Trump's election victory. First, former Trump White House aide Alyssa Farth Griffin criticized the Democrats for missing the moment, resulting in Kamala Harris's loss. They were looking at the micro and not the macro, she said, citing the party's lack of outreach to rural voters and focusing Harris's campaign on abortion access when most states do not have the most restrictive abortion laws. A subject I won't touch, but I have to say, it seemed like the campaign was heavily focused on the issue when there's just a lot of stuff going on. It's a complex thing. I digress. But Sonny Huston took issue with Griffin's argument, prompting Goldberg to jump in and stop the shouting. Breaking up spats used to be the norm for Goldberg when former host Meghan McCain was at the table, but given the recent period of agreement among the show's hosts lately, big arguments like this have been very rare. I gotta say, man, I kind of look at The View as kind of going to the zoo. Kind of take a look inside, see what's going on, the crazy stuff, and just get a little laugh. But I will say, they're pretty good at getting attention because stuff like this, it gets views. No pun intended. Do you think the Republicans missed the moment? Houston asked Griffin, interrupting. What about a post-mortem on the Republican Party? She said before stating voters didn't choose Harris because of misogamy. Every time I read that, it's so tired. It drains energy. If you want to say that word, cool. Explain yourself. What do you mean? In what way? You know what I mean? We've heard this about Johnny, about Marilyn Manson. Well, what exactly do you mean? Are you saying like people just don't like women, so they do certain things? That's really simplistic. Instead of the word, fill in what you want to say, because the word just doesn't mean much anymore. All right, let me shake off some nausea and keep going. No, it's on the border, Griffin shot back, exasperated. Goldberg tried to interject to make a point, but was shut down by Griffin as she explained Latinos in Texas, a district that's 97% Latino, went 75% for Donald Trump. Why? It's on the border. The border crisis is on their doorstep. They were begging people to care about it for years. Okay, I think her name's Hostin, like a TV show host or something. Hostin insisted it was all misogamy, and the hosts continued speaking over each other as Goldberg tried again to get a word in. Misogamy and sexism, that's how it was, Hostin declared. The lessons are not misogyny and sexism, Griffin shouted back as Goldberg interjected the last time. Here's the thing, man. There's someone named Tulsi Gabbard who, if she was up there versus any man on the other side, you bet every man is voting for Tulsi Gabbard based on what she thinks and what she does. And she was in the military. As a woman, that's very commendable. It's not about woman, it's about what woman. This is plain out rhetoric just to say misogyny and sexism. To keep it real, yes, there's some of that. Maybe it's 10%, maybe even 15% of people are like, I don't want to see a woman. It's possible, yes, but not this huge percentage that meant the entire thing. There's a little bit of it. Yes, it exists. Knock, knock, who's there? Oh my gosh, it's Whoopi, Goldberg said, finally finding a way to break through. Ha ha, that was cheesy. Whoopi, sorry, Griffin said, as she said, Hostin simmered down. And then Whoopi talks more about the economy, things like that, which I'm not going to dive deep into. She could have a point, she could be wrong, but you know what? It's all about these people out there who can't control themselves. Maybe it's for clicks, maybe it's for views, maybe it's pre-planned, but I don't know. I tend to think they're just all hot-headed and frustrated right now. Gonna give a shout out to Jam Price. Thank you for sending this to me. That's about it. Like I said, I find The View kind of entertaining from a certain point of view. Kind of laughing at, not laughing with. That's my silly opinion. If you're not subscribed here, doing pop culture, entertainment, all things Johnny Depp, Little Diddy, stuff like that. If you don't subscribe, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.